66, it's the men's Copley Cup Petite final. Yes, and how far do you want me to come with this race? Okay. Oh, looks like we're okay now.
Purdue will be working out of lane 4. The University of California, San Diego out there in lane 5, and Colgate will be rowing from lane 6. We are awaiting the start of the men's collegiate varsity invitational petite final.
Power problem that took us out for the last couple of races, but we're back at it, and we should be problem-free with our fingers crossed for the rest of the morning. So we're waiting here for the start of the men's Copley Cup Petite final. A pretty strong field here in the Petite.
Oregon State, Purdue, UCSD, Colgate. Attention.
Lane 1's, this is the event 66, the men's Copley Cup Petite, and we're away. And in lane 1 is Syracuse, lane 2 Penn, lane 3 Oregon State, lane 4 Purdue, lane 5 UC San Diego, lane 6 Colgate. And they've come off the line, all of them, very powerfully. No one has taken immediate advantage. This is what one expects to see at this sharp end of the regatta, that it's very difficult for anyone to get an advantage easily over anybody else. But at the moment, it's the crew in lane 3, Oregon State, who have blasted off the line, and they've taken a 2-seat lead over the rest of the field. But they're being closely tracked by the University of Pennsylvania, who have fought back, and now the gap is only 2 seats. And then across the field, it's very close. For third place between Syracuse, Purdue, and on the far outside Colgate. At the moment, UC San Diego seem to have fallen a little bit off the pace, but they've only lost about half a length on the field. As they come down into the second half of the first 500 meters, it's Oregon State. Oregon State have maintaining that lead of about a quarter to half a length, about a third of a length over the field. But now Syracuse are really moving in lane 1, and Syracuse are eating into that lead, so that
we're through 500 meters. Looks like our leader, Oregon State, is now being pursued by Syracuse. Very nice settle there on the part of the Oregon State crew into the body of the race, transitioning from that start mode to body mode, that really sets the tone for the rest of the pace here. And if they can hold it up, based on yesterday's results, it would look to me like Syracuse and Penn would have a very good shot at this race as well. Shot there of the Oregon State crew in the background. Penn, University of Pennsylvania out of Philadelphia in the foreground. Our current leader, Oregon State, rowing out of Corvallis on the Willamette River. Syracuse putting on a move here in lane 1. They've just moved about 2 seats in the last 10 strokes. They're definitely within striking distance, and on the outside, looks like Purdue is in it. Sorry, UC San Diego.
And 750 meter mark, and so far they've been able to make it stand up. They're along the shoreline here. It looks like Syracuse, Pennsylvania, Oregon State. Let's make it Syracuse and Oregon State. Penn has fallen back outside of Oregon State, the University of California, San Diego. And on the far outside, that is Colgate. Quickly checking our lane assignments. Syracuse is along the shore lane here and continuing to be at or near the front. Penn is in second spot, challenging in the early period of time, but now fallen back slightly. In lane 3, that is Oregon State University making a boat race out of it. And their outside shoulder, it is Purdue. All the way to the outside, the University of California, San Diego, and Colgate on the far outside, lane 6. And as they're inside 500 meters, it looks like Syracuse and Oregon State being shadowed by University of Pennsylvania and Purdue, all the way outside to Colgate and the University of California, San Diego.
Very strong field here of collegiate men rowing in the Petite final for the men's Copley Cup. At 350 meters, our leader, Syracuse, is well in command of this race. They've got open water on the rest of the field. We're looking at Penn now making a move on Oregon State. Oregon State has gone into full sprint mode out in lane 3. And don't discount Purdue. Less than 250 to go.
This is Syracuse along the shoreline. They made their move just outside of 500 meters and so far have been able to make it stand up. And then on the outside, it is Oregon State University. Making a move through the center is Purdue as they have eclipsed the outside lane of Colgate, the University of California, San Diego. This is Syracuse on the lead with an open water, followed by Oregon State. But the battle right now is going to be between Pennsylvania and Purdue. Pennsylvania along the shore side and Purdue outside, with Colgate and University of California, San Diego fading on the outside. Back to the lead, Syracuse University, apparently our winner here, followed by Oregon State, and then a close look at the following crews of Penn, Purdue outside to UC San Diego and Colgate University.
Great effort, great move there by Syracuse with about 600 meters gone. They took command of the race, and when you move out to that 1 length or so lead, they just know they've got charge of what's going to happen to them. Some folks out there have paid the price. It's hard to convey, given the beauty of rowing, how hard these folks, both men and women, are working here in these regattas. It's not uncommon to get up their pulse rates into the 180 range. They're doing this for 6 or 7 minutes flat out. About 3 minutes in, the hurt locker opens, and things go really painful from then on. So We just need to appreciate the amount of effort these oarsmen and oarswomen are putting in. Next up is our premier event for women, collegiate women. It's the Women's Jessup Whittier Grand Final. The lane assignments: Stanford University in lane 1, USC in lane 2, UCLA in lane 3, Washington State in lane 4, Wisconsin in 5, and University of Washington in lane 6. Pretty solid field across the board. Based on the results yesterday, best time was put in, I believe, by the USC crew, if I recall correctly, Alan.
That's a good possibility. They both put up an outstanding run down our course here, and in enjoying the beauty and synchronization of our San Diego Crew Classic, we'd like to remind you once again that DVDs are available of individual races. The DVDs are available in our merchandising tent just about an hour after the finish time. So if you have a crew